Hi, Victoria here. Bet you're thinking, what's up with the t-shirt? I'd love to tell you about it. I'm really thrilled to introduce you to my son, Garrett. A couple years ago, he started a movement called Radiant Revolution. And he sells these t-shirts, You Deserve Happiness. And I have him here with me today.
Hi, I'm Garrett.
And I wanted to just kind of let you get to know him, how he shares his philosophy on happiness, and how he uses doTERRA oils to do that. So Garrett, can you just quickly tell us about Radiant Revolution?
Sure.
What is that?
And I'd like to start off by explaining the shirt. So if you can see, it says you deserve happiness, so that anyone facing the shirt would be able to read it. But also, if my mom were to look down, she'd be able to see that she also deserves happiness. And then there's that double impact where you're telling someone that they deserve happiness, but also that we both deserve happiness and that we all deserve happiness. So these shirts have become a great inspiration for my life and has taken me all over the world and allowed me the opportunity to present that everyone around the world deserves happiness. And I feel that doTERRA is mirroring this idea that we can take control of our lives and begin to take back the reins of whatever has somewhat slipped away and take it back into what we want, and what we want is well-being and health and joy and a productive life. And I feel that doTERRA and Radiant Revolution share those goals and also have the same approach of just working out of love. So I'm grateful to be here.
One of the things I love about my son is that if you were to meet him, and maybe one day you will, he greets everybody with asking permission to share a hug, and then he also shares the oils. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. So I think that asking for consent when you're sharing a hug, or sharing anything for that matter, is extremely valuable, because if you say, "Can I give you?" Imagine an equation where someone is receiving and someone is giving. Can I get? Someone is receiving, someone is giving. May we share? There's an equilibrium of consent, of wanting to share that space and hold that openness for one another, and then invite that love into our presence, into our hearts, into our relationship. And I feel that there's no better way to instigate a relationship than through the fruitful and pleasant and unconditional love that exists within all of us. And that's a doTERRA ideal as well, where we are meeting with one another to share the goodness and the well-being that we all strive for, and setting that as the foundation for how we want to proceed with one another.
And I know, Garrett, you and I have talked a lot about the emotional oils and how those were really fundamentally changed how you share with people, and you get to know people, and you can ask them how they are and say, wow, you know, can I share some peace with you?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And there's the psychological aspect where I've been working, spending a lot of my time contemplating and considering the neuroscience even, and this is where the oils come in and actually have the science to back it up. So I'm a big fan of the oils, I'm a big fan of the emotional oils, because you know that if you are in a bad place, or you know someone who's in a bad place, you can use the same things to help them that you would use to help yourself. So experimenting with them, you are allowed, and you give yourself the right to share it, because you know that there's evidence to back it up that you've experienced, and that's the emotional oils, that's doTERRA.
I love that. So this is my first introduction of my son to you, and next week we're going to do another little quick conversation. He just came back after a week in Bhutan, where he's been studying happiness, and it's the gross national happiness in Bhutan, correct?
That's right.
And we're going to share a lot about his story next week, and how the oils were shared in Bhutan. So Garrett, thanks so much.
Share smiles, share hugs, and share oils. doTERRA.
Hey Garrett, I was just thinking, a lot of my friends out there would probably like to check out more with Radiant Revolution. Can you tell them how they can connect with you on social media?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So we have our website up, and it's Radiant Revolution XD, like the excited face, .com, and So on that website, you're going to find educational videos on happiness, and you're going to find photos, a gallery of all the photos that I've taken around the world. And you're also going to find a little bit about what I'm trying to do and what my vision is, and how we can work together in order to use happiness to change our lives, but also connect us with other people. Social media, you're going to find us on Radiant Revolution or Rad Revolt on Instagram. Radiant Revolution is also a community on Facebook. And our email is radiantrevolutionxd@gmail.com. So please reach out, ask me more. I'd love to explain, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.